Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to the yoga session hosted by Santa Clara County Library. We're going to start today's session with a simple forward bend in a seated position. But those of us who have blocks, I recommend that you keep your blocks handy today. We might use it in the class. So if you do have two blocks, just place it in front of you like this. And if you do not have blocks, don't worry about it. If you have something that is handy, like a pillow or something, just grab that really quick. Or if you have a really fat textbook, that's all right as well. Right? So we're going to just use these blocks to support our elbows basically. Most of us might be able to place our elbows down. So let's start by taking our hands all the way out. And very slowly, let's take those hands up towards the ceiling with the palms facing forward. Catch a nice, slow, deep, long breath here. And now slowly, as you exhale, let's try to lead with our chin. So you're going to come forward with your chin. So the chin is not tucking into your collarbone. And then gently place your elbows down like this. And I want you to just let go of your palms down, your fingertips down, and just start to open up that lower back. So those of us who have blocks, you are all set. Those of us who do not have the blocks, you're going to see how it feels to bring your elbows down and then just start to let go of your forehead down towards the ground. That slight elevation using the blocks will be helpful for those of us who have a little difficulty to bring our elbows completely down. Try to press your sit bones a little bit more into the ground and feeling that slow, nice, deep stretch around the lower back. Let's try to hang in here for about 4 or 5 slow, deep, long breaths in and out. Directing your breath to your lower back muscles. Starting to let go of your forehead a little bit closer towards the ground. So we are not holding on to our upper body. Breath starts to become a little bit shallow because there is a belly compression. Try to make a full cycle of breath. So don't make it short and puffy, but a full cycle of breath. Conscious, deep, long breath in. And a full breath out. Gravitating more and more towards the ground. Just one more breath. Feel that deep stretch around your hips. And now very slowly lift your head up, take your time. Do not suddenly come up. You have a deep stretch going on around your lower back. Press on your palms and without jerking your lower back. Coming onto your fingertips and gently walking yourself back into a seated position. Take your time. Absolutely no rush. Let's give a counter position for the forward bend. Let's take our hands, the knuckles are facing forward. We're going to take our hands all the way to the back. You're going to rest your palms down. No need of lifting your hips. Just let us take our chin up to the ceiling. Creating an openness in the center of our chest. Working on pressing our shoulders a little bit further back. Becoming aware of our jaw and relaxing our jaw. Stay. Now very slowly tuck your chin into the collarbone. So start by bringing your chin towards your collarbone and then slowly bring yourself all the way up. Let's gently rotate our shoulders off and change the direction of the rotation of the shoulders. We're going to extend our legs. If you do have the blocks, please continue to keep it handy. We're going to remove the cushion off. We're going to extend both our legs all the way out. Again, I'll give you variations here. For those of us who would like to use the blocks, go ahead and place your blocks next to your legs like this. So one on either side. We're not going to reach towards our toes to begin with. So you have an option to either place your hands down like this or you have an option to use your block. Right? So whatever works for you. Or a pillow is fine too if you have two pillows. That's perfectly fine. It's just to give that extra height so that we don't have to go very deep into the lower back stretch. Right? Take your hands all the way up. Palms facing forward. Lead with your chin. So there's no roundness going on. You're going to lead with the chin. Look forward. And wherever your hands touch, you're not getting to the legs. You're going next to the legs. Rest your hands. Those of us who do not have the blocks, just place your hands on either side of that leg. That's fine. Let's again connect with our lower back. This time, let's also connect with the back of both our legs. Let's see if there is something going on at the back of our legs. Try to turn your toes towards your body. So flex your feet, keeping those legs really engaged. And breathe. We can just stay here. If this is a lot for you at the back of your legs and your lower back, please stay here. Don't go any further. Those of us who feel this is coming naturally and pretty easily, see how it feels to reach towards your toes. But again, don't do this, which means to say you're not rounding your back and tucking your chin into the collarbone, but you're trying to reach forward. There's an ample amount of space between the chin and the collarbone. It's almost like you can tuck a fruit in there, right? That much space is there. And breathe. Maybe you can walk your hands a little bit more. See, notice if you have slowly started to bend your knees to touch your toes. Avoid bending your knees because you want to feel a deep stretch at the back of your legs. And breathe. We are continuing to feel the stretch in our lower back. And now we are feeling the stretch also at the back of both our legs. And breathe. Couple of more breaths here. These are really good lower back stretches. Simple ones. Now very slowly take your time. Let's start to release our fingers. If you are next to the body, that's fine. You can slide yourself back. Otherwise, slide your hands back to the floor and then gently bring yourself up into an upright position. Point your toes and flex. Point and flex. Let's give a side body stretch now. So I'm going to go diagonally. You don't have to do anything. I'm going to adjust to the camera. So we're going to keep our legs just the way they are, extended. The knees are pressing down. I'll start with the left side because you'll be able to see me better. Let's take our hands all the way up. Palms are facing forward. Let's take our left hand diagonally and place it down to the ground like this. So the whole palm is not next to your body here, but it's kind of going behind. We're going to take our right hand and take it over the head, but we're going to rest our left elbow down, right? So let's do this simultaneously. Start to bend your left elbow, rest it down to the ground, and then take your right hand all the way over your head. And now point your toes. Stay and breathe. Just one more. Press on your left palm onto the ground. Lift your left elbow up. Pull the belly button towards you. Take your hands all the way up and your palms are facing forward. Stay where you are and do the other side. Let's take our right hand diagonally slightly to the back. Rest your palm down. Left palm turns inwards towards your body. Start to bend your right elbow, rest it down to the ground. Take your left hand, take it over your head, and now point your toes. Giving a side body stretch on the left side. Move your jaw a little bit, relax it. Just one more breath. Pull the belly button towards you, press on your right palm, lift your right elbow up. Very slowly as you inhale, take your hands with your palms facing up, turn your toes towards your shin, flex your feet. This time we're going to go into a direct forward bend, but if your hands don't touch your toes, rest it on top of your shin, below your knees, right? So reach, lead with your chin. Wherever your hands touch, maybe the toes, maybe the shin, maybe the thigh, just don't press on your kneecaps and let it go. Look forward. Maintain the space between the chin and the collarbone. Maybe you can walk your hands. Feel the deep stretch at the back of both your legs. Maybe you can go a little deeper. And breathe. Very slowly slide your hands. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, release. Let's rotate those shoulders a little bit and reverse the direction of the rotation. Okay. We'll do one more. So I'll start with a very basic one. There will be three options for you to pick which one you would like to do. The first one, which we perhaps have done it many times, the very simple, easy, basic one. If you have very tight hips or you have a lot of lower back pain going on today, I would recommend you to do this one, right? Where we're going to go to the side. Those of us who are kind of having a little bit back issue, but we are able to, there's more mobility in the body. I would recommend you to take your right leg like this. So I will turn a little bit to the side. You're trying to bring your right knee on top of your left. You're stacking up your knees. The base of your right feet is pointing to the back. So it's completely facing the back. And you're just resting your leg like this. This would be okay if you just have a little bit strain or pain, but you're going to still be able to move around your hip if you're feeling comfortable. Option 3 would be you can place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. So we also call this as figure 4, right? So it's like a figure 4 position. Use your hand to press that thigh down like this, and you can keep it here. Left leg is commonly extended for everybody. It's just the right leg. You have 3 options. Pick one that works for you. Those of us who want to place our blocks like this, you can place your blocks. When you're going into the forward bend, if you need that additional support of elevation, please place your blocks like this, or your textbooks or your pillows. Right? So select the level and then take your hands all the way up, palms facing forward. Lead with your chin. Exhale. Let's place our hands on the block. Those of us who don't have the block, place it onto the ground. Those of us who feel this is coming easily and naturally, hold on to your toes. Look forward. Lead with your chin. And breathe. Very slowly as you inhale, take your hands all the way up. Circle your hands, place your hands behind you. Now wherever your leg was, right, if it was here or if it was here or if it was already here, let's all bring our right ankle on top of our left thigh. Your hands go behind you. We did this couple of classes back, so some of you might be able to connect with this one. Let's bend our left leg. Take your heel, flex your feet. Now, if there's a lot going on in your hips and your lower back, just stay here. Don't go any further. This is enough. Those of us who want to deepen it a little bit, gently place that left foot completely down to the ground. Now see how that feels. Still okay here, lift your hips up. Gently hop those hips a little closer to the body. You can walk your hands also closer to you for better support. Lift your hips up one more time, walk it a little bit closer to you. So you are in control and you will dial it back or forward based on how you're feeling in your hips, in your thighs. So you totally can control the intensity of the stretch. Walk your hands a little bit closer to you. And breathe. One more. Now gently lift your hips up, take it back, press your hips down and slowly extend your leg, left leg all the way out. Gently release your right and you can massage, rotate your wrist off a little bit. And reverse the direction of the rotation of your wrists. And let it go. Shake it off. Let's start the sequence on the other side. So this time you have an option to bend your left leg. You can take your left knee on top of your right. So you can bring your knee, stack it up like this. Or you can take your left ankle and rest it on top of your right thigh. All toes are flexed. So turn your toes towards your shin. Wherever you are, doesn't matter. Place your blocks next to your body. Next to your leg, basically. Right? So I'll try with option 1 this time. So that way those of us who are doing option 1, it will be easy for you. Option 3 people already know because I did it earlier on. Let's take our hands all the way up. Right goes to the right. Left hand goes all the way over. Simple side body stretch. Those of us who are doing option 2, I'll demo that. You can stay if option 1 or option 3, stay where you are. I'm going to just show it. Or you can use your hands on top of your block like this. And breathe. You can place both your hands on top of your toes as well. Feel the deep stretch at the back of your right leg. Two more breaths. One more. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, circle it back. Let's all place our left ankle on top of our right. You can move your blocks a bit if they're getting in your way. Let's take our hands behind, fingers pointing towards the body. If that is difficult for you because you have a shoulder issue going on, it's okay to turn your fingers outward or to the back, pointing to the back. Right? So select the hand position. And then gently start to walk that heel towards your body. Those of us who cannot go further, just stay here. Those of us who can, place that left feet down to the ground. Option to lift your hips up, walk it a little closer. Walk your hands a little closer to you. Option to lift your hips just one more time, walk it closer to the ankle, right ankle, and walk your hands back. Stay. And breathe. Press on your palms, take your time, lift your hips up and gently take those hips back. Slide your right leg all the way out and gently release your left leg and shake your legs off a little bit. Let's point our toes and flex, point and flex and release. Let it go. You can put away the blocks. If you need them again, we will use it. Take your legs to one side. Let's meet in a simple cat and cow position. So I'm going to face forward for this one. So our arms are shoulder width apart. Our legs are hip width apart. We're going to have space between our legs and you can relax your toes. So there's no need to tuck your toes right now. Very slowly, as you inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Let's stay in this rounded position for a little bit longer. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Coming into a neutral position, the neck is in line with the spine. I'm going to face forward. We're going to tap the toes, so tuck your back leg toes and simply extend your right leg all the way out. Walk your hands gently back towards your body, coming up onto a standing position on your left knee. Right foot is completely to the ground. The big toe of your right leg is approximately in line with your left knee. Let's take our hands all the way up. Palms facing forward. Let's take our right hand, rest it to the outside of that right leg. Left palm turns inward and simply open up the left side of the body. So simple side body stretch originating from your left hip point all the way reaching towards your fingertips. And breathe. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's take our hands, place it behind our head, fingertips resting to the back of our head. Now the right leg which is extended, I want you to dig the heel and flex your feet. We're going to dip towards the opposite side. Without shaking this leg or doing anything, this leg is fixed and frozen. Let's do it slowly one time. Just try to lean towards your left side. So you're trying to take your left elbow all the way towards the left side. So there should be two things that you should be feeling right now. One stretch coming on the right side of your body and one stretch coming at the back of your right leg. And come back to the center. Let's practice this one more time. Let's take the left elbow towards the left side. So don't drop your toes like this. I want you to keep it flexed. In fact, if you want, move that leg a little bit away so it will deepen the stretch and go deeper. And come back. When you come back, remember to strengthen your core. Pull the belly button towards your spine. Ready? Let's do this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay. Take your right hand up. Take your left hand down. Keep your back leg toes tucked, which is your left leg. Pull the belly button towards you and gently lift that leg. Turn, point your toes towards your front. And breathe. Let's take the top hand, the right hand all the way over. Now those of us who are not able to balance, you can tap your toe a little down like that. Those of us who can, lift it up and flex your feet. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, drop your whole flat feet down to the ground. Pull the belly button towards you and very slowly as you inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Let's place our hands down and let's bring our right leg back in position. Gently walk your hands back towards your body and bring yourself all the way up. Sweep your hands to the back. Palms are facing to the back. Interlock your hands, clasp your hands. Let's open up those shoulders. Let's give a slight back bend to the body. And breathe. Bring your chin parallel to the ground. Release your hands. Let's rotate the shoulder one time and reverse the direction. Let's reset ourselves back to our cat and cow position. Arms are shoulder width apart. Legs are hip width apart. You can relax your toes. 2 rounds of simple basic cat and cow. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Stay. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. And stay a little bit longer. Let's come into a neutral position. The neck is in line with our spine. Tuck the toes. Very gently extend. I'm going to go sideways, but you can stay where you are. Extend your left leg all the way out. And then gently bring yourself all the way up. Approximately the big toe of your left leg is now in line with your right knee. Let's take our hands all the way up. Left hand rests to the outside of that left leg. Right palm turns inwards. Start your stretch not from your shoulders or dropping your head. The goal is to stretch the entire right side of the body, right? So think about pushing your hips a little bit and starting your stretch from that hip point. So let's start it from there and then open up the entire right side of the body. And breathe. Pull the belly button towards you. Take your hands all the way up. Let's take our fingertips. Softly place, so do not push your fingers onto your head. They're just resting there. And then take your heel, flex your feet on your left. You can walk that leg a little bit away from you so that you can start to feel that stretch from the back of your thigh. 2 rounds very slowly to check our balance. Right leg, toes at the back are tucked for stability and balance. Let's gently take our right elbow towards the ground. See how that feels. This is a good time for you to make any adjustments to move this leg a little farther. So if you notice, I'm trying to see, oh yeah, I can go a little bit more and I'm pressing the heel away from me. And then come back. One more. Let's try to practice this one. And back. All right, 4 times. 4, 3, 2, and just one last one. Stay. Left hand goes up. Right hand comes to the ground. Find your stability. Press the entire palm to the ground. So don't come onto your fingertips because we are transferring our body weight. Fingertips cannot take that much of the load of your body, right? So press your palm down completely. And then gently see how it feels to lift that left leg and turn your toes to forward. And then take your left hand all the way over. Now sometimes it becomes a real big challenge for us to be here, right? Because it involves a lot of balance. It's okay, then you just tap and gain confidence to lift it a few times. Those of us who can, flex that feet and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And one, gently place your entire feet down to the ground. Connect with the base of your feet of your left leg. That is your anchor point. Squeeze your abdominal muscles. Press on your right palm and slowly bring yourself all the way up. Palms facing forward. Gently place your hands down and gently bring your left leg back in position. Relax your toes and let's stand up on both knees. We're going to change something over here. Now, those of us who feel the need to tuck our toes, go ahead and tuck your toes. That's fine. Those of us who can keep our toes relaxed, you can keep it relaxed. Bring your hands forward. So your wrist is not in line with your shoulders. We have about a 45-degree angle here. All we are going to do is we're going to go back and forth and you're going to feel it on top of your thighs, right? So we're going to lean back. Let's try to sit back a little bit. Go back and back and back. And release. Let's take those hands all the way up. Move your head. Relax your shoulders. Let's bring our hands 45-degree angle and sit back and back and back and lift it all the way up. So you're not completely sitting down, you just want to feel it in your thighs. Two more, 45-degree angle, push your hips back and back and back and lift it all the way up. Last time, 45. Exhale, squeeze your belly, push your hips back. Almost as if you were about to sit down, but not really. And take it all the way up. Release your hands. We're going to place our hands down. We're going to give a break to our knees now. So place your hands down, arms are shoulder width apart. Tuck your toes. We're going to work on lifting both our knees off the ground so that way the kneecaps can breathe a little. Slowly lift both your knees off slightly. Hover it off the ground. Hold. If you notice, this is engaging our belly, our core muscles as well. And rest it down. Let's do this one more time. Both knees off. And bring it back. One last time. Both knees off and bring it down. Relax your toes and simply wag the tail. Relax your lower back and come back to the center. Let's tuck our toes. Start with your left leg. Extend your left leg all the way out. Flex your feet. Extend your right hand out. And breathe. Just one more. Stay. Very slowly place your right hand down to the ground. Lift your left leg, keep the feet flexed, your right leg toes are still tucked. Let's see how it feels to lift that right knee off the ground. Gently work on lifting your right knee up like that. And rest it down. Yes, it involves thighs. It involves core. Yes, one more. Lift it up. And rest it down. Softly, guys, okay? Because the kneecap, right? Be careful. Now, those of us who are able to do that, we are going to go into a three-legged downward dog. Or you can just rest your legs down and simply meet in a downward dog position, right? So pick the level or the option that works for you today. Slowly lift and take it into a three-legged downward dog. And breathe. Let's come into a plank. Let's come down to the ground. And breathe and smile. Let's press that left leg down, relax the toes, and shake your glutes off a little bit. Let's do that on the other side. We'll start by extending, tuck your toes, extend your right leg all the way out. So flex your feet. I have to turn this way now. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're going to keep our left leg toes tucked. We're going to extend our right leg, flex your feet, So for practice sake, what happens is when you can't hold it, you might suddenly place your knee down, right? So if that's going to happen for you, take a towel like this and place it below your kneecap. So that way you are sure you're not going to hurt your kneecap, right? And then let's practice this. Very slowly work on lifting your left knee up slightly off the ground and press it down. Let's do this one more time. Up and down. Now, if you cannot do all these things, this is too much for you, just come into a simple downward dog, right? Don't worry about it too much. Those of us who want to try something different, right leg is off the ground, left leg is tucked, slowly lift yourself into a three-legged downward dog. Point your toes if you wish to. Into a plank, flex your feet. Back with your left knee down. Drop your right leg down, relax your toes, and wag your tail. Move your hips from side to side. Let's get into a puppy position. So I'm going to demo this one. I'm sure many of us know it. So you're going to relax your toes. You're going to walk your hands forward. Add a little bit more. Rest your elbows. I'm going to go all the way to the back. Sorry for that. And then you're going to rest your elbows down. And then you're going to crawl your hands forward and bring your forehead down. Your hips are lifted up. And breathe. Very slowly lift your head up. Gently walk your hands back towards your body. Now we're going to be in a simple downward dog. So tuck your toes and gently bring yourself into a very simple basic downward dog and start to pedal your legs off. Let's walk our hands back towards our body. We'll end up in a simple forward bend position. Stay and breathe. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Bend your knees a lot. Fly your hands to the side. Take your hands all the way up. Touch your palms towards each other. Separate your legs out. We're going to go really wide with our legs. So we are no longer within the frame of our mat. Our toes are pointing forward. We are in a Namaskara Mudra with our hands. We'll start with a simple side body stretch. Take your hands all the way towards your right side. Stay. Now I'm going to release my hands. Please stay the way you are. But look at my toes, right? I'm going to lift my heel off the ground, of my left leg. And then I'm going to turn my heel outward like that. And then I'm going to go deeper into the stretch. Breathe. Now one of the things that happens is our hand starts to come in front of our face. Take it to the back. Extend your elbows. Turn that heel outward. And breathe. Pull the belly button towards you. Slowly bring your heel down. Bring your hands up. Release your hands. Rotate your shoulders. And reverse the direction of the rotation of our shoulders. We're going to do the same stretch on the same side, but we're going to change our arm position, right? So take your hands all the way up. This time, your palm is going to face up to the ceiling. Your right hand is going to hold on to your left wrist. Make sure the hand doesn't come in front of your face like this. So already adjust it behind your ear. Press onto the ball of the feet of your left leg and turn your heel outward like that. Ready? Now let's stretch it out. So start to pull your left wrist towards the right side. So I want you to go a little deeper. So bump up your hip as well. Push your hip And let's feel that deep stretch on the left side of the body. Squeeze your abdominal muscles. Take those hands all the way up. Left heel down. Both your hands. Release, rotate, and reverse. All right. First one is going to be a basic, simple one. Let's take our hands all the way up. Bring it into Namaskara Mudra. Let's take our hands all the way towards the left side. Super easy one. Those of us who want to just stay here, please stay here. Don't go any deeper. See if it allows you, if your body allows you to release your right heel off. Turn it outward. And go a little deeper. Extend your arms. See how it feels on the right side of the body. And breathe. Pull the belly button towards you. Rest your heel down. Bring your hands back to the center. Release your hands. Rotate your shoulders. And reverse. Good arm and leg workout. Let's take our hands. Palm facing up. Holding on to the right wrist with our left hand. Hands going behind our ears. Right heel lifted off. Right heel turned outwards. Still okay here? Let's go deeper and deeper and deeper. And breathe. Take that right arm behind your ear. Are you breathing? Pull the belly button towards you. Come up really strong. Rest your heel down. All toes pointing forward. Release your hands. Rotate those shoulders. And reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders. Keep your legs just the way they are. We're going to do one more stretch to open up the side body and also our lower back this time. Take your hands all the way up. Take your right below and hold on to the left. So basically, your left hand is on the top, your right hand is below, and you're holding on to your opposite elbows. One of the things that happens is our chin starts to compress into the collarbone. So once you hold this position, move your head and bring it back to the center. Just to know that you are able to move your head, right? And you're able to still breathe also. Simple side body stretch. Let's take it towards the right side. Come back to the center. Remember to squeeze your belly when you come up. Take it towards your left side. And come back to the center. All right, this is easy. We're going to come into a forward bend. Reach towards your right side. Push your hips back. Lean forward, come into a simple forward bend. Your head does release off a little bit, that's fine. Slowly bring yourself to the center. Let's take it towards the left side. And pull the belly button towards you. Bring yourself all the way up. Open up those elbows. So let them not collapse inwards. Open it up. And breathe. Release your hands. Quickly rotate your shoulders. And reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders. This time, take your left hand below. Take your right hand on the top. Again, hold on to your opposite elbows and press your arms behind you. Side body, left to the left. Come back to the center. Squeeze the belly. Right to the right. And come back to the center. Turn your upper body, the torso towards your left side. And then start to push your hips back so that you can create room for yourself to come into a forward bend on the left side. Come to the center. Take it towards your right side. Pull the belly button towards you. Bring yourself all the way up. Release your hands. Rotate your shoulders. And reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders. Gently heel toe yourself. And come back to the center. And shake your legs off a little bit. All right. So we have a body ready. Let's do at least one round of sun salutation. If time permits, we'll do two. Okay. So we'll do a very basic one because we have gotten into deep stretches earlier on. We will move quickly now. Hands to the heart center. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale into a forward bend. Let's step our right leg all the way to the back. Let's skip our left leg all the way to the back. Drop the knees down. Relax your toes. Bend your elbows towards your body. Bring your chin down to the ground. Inhale, make your way up into a full cobra position. Tuck your toes. Let's meet in a downward dog position and start to pedal those legs off. Right leg steps forward. Left leg joins the right leg, coming into a forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a nice deep back bend to the body. Fingertips up. Circle your hands back to the heart center. Left side sun salutation. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a nice deep back bend. Exhale, fly your hands, lead with your chin. Let's come into a forward bend. Left leg steps to the back. Right leg joins the left leg into a plank position. Drop your knees down. Relax your toes. Bend your elbows towards your body. Bring your chin down to the ground. Inhale, let's make our way into a full cobra position. Tuck your toes. Let's meet in a downward dog position and start to pedal those legs off. Left leg steps forward. Right leg joins the left leg into a forward bend position. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a nice deep back bend. Fingertips up. Circle your hands, bring your hands back to the heart center. You are in super luck. We have plenty of time. Let's get into the second round of sun salutation. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a nice deep back bend to the body. Exhale into a forward bend position. Let's step the right leg all the way to the back. Stay and breathe. Bring your hands to the heart center. I'm adding on since we have time. Right elbow goes to the outside of the left, fingers pointing towards your body. Basic simple spinal twist. Fly your hands. Maybe bend your arm and breathe. Fly your hands. Back to prayer arms. Frame your left leg. Left leg goes back into a plank position. Hold and breathe. Let's drop our knees down. Relax the toes. Bend your elbows towards your body. Bring your chin down to the ground. Inhale, make your way up into a cobra position. Stay. Bump up your hips towards your left side. Look towards your right heel. Come back to the center. Bump up your hips towards your right side. Look at your left heel. Come back to the center. Tuck your toes. Meet in a downward dog position. Stay and breathe. Right leg goes all the way up. Point your toes. Bend your right leg at the knee. Fire hydrant position. Right leg points up towards the ceiling. Step your right leg all the way forward. Stay. Pull the belly button towards you. Prayer arm position on the other side. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Fingers pointing towards your body. Fly your hands. Bend your arm. Options. Fly your arm. Bring your hands back to prayer arms. Frame your right leg. Stay. Step your left leg forward into a forward bend position, closing the right side of the sun salutation. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a nice deep back bend to the body. Fingertips up. Circle your hands. Come back to the heart center. Left side of the sun salutation. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Nice deep back bend. Exhale, fly your hands to the side. Lead with your chin. Come into a forward bend. Left leg goes all the way to the back. Right leg joins the left leg. Stay and breathe. We're going to go into a three-pointer here. Plank, which we are already in. Hover your knees off. I'm going to go sideways for better view. So you're going to bend your knees. You did this before. And downward dog. Plank. Hover. Downward dog. Two more. Plank. Hover. Downward dog. Last one. Plank. Hover. Downward dog. And breathe. Slowly, let's come into, drop the knees down and come into a child's position. Relax your hips. Let's push our hips all the way to the back. Coming into a very simple basic child's position. And breathe. Slowly lift your head up. Directly make your way up. Push your hips forward into a cobra position. Tuck your toes. Let's meet in a downward dog position and step your left leg all the way forward. We're closing this round of sun salutation. Right leg steps forward, forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a nice deep back bend to the body. Fingertips up, circle your hands, rotate your shoulders and reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders and let it go. 2 rounds of sun salutation with a little bit of variations we have completed. Let's come down to the mat now and we're going to slowly massage the back. Lie down on your mat on your back and bring your knees along with you into your chest. And let's start to circle those knees. And reverse the direction. Touching the 4 corners around your tailbone. And reverse. Drop your feet down into bridge position feet. In bridge position, we have our legs hip width apart. Our thighs are not hugging each other. You can place your palms next to your body and press on your palms for support. If you wish to take your hands into cactus arm, go ahead and do that. Walk your heels a little bit closer to the body. Let's come into a bridge position. Very slowly lift your hips off. Gently take your belly button all the way up. Try to arch up your back. Become aware of your body weight on both your feet. Equal weight. And now from here, slowly shoulder blades down. Your mid back, your lower back, and your tailbone. Squeeze your belly. Bring your knees into your chest. Pull your thighs into your body. Flex your feet. Very slowly take both your knees, drop it towards your right side. Keeping your left hand in either T-arm position or in a V position or in cactus arm. Basic simple spinal twist. Pull the belly button towards you, keep your core strong and then bring your knees back to the center. Before we do the other side, massage your lower back one time and draw the circle starting from the other side. Reverse the direction of the rotation. Bring your knees into your chest, flex your feet. Very slowly take your knees towards your left side. You can keep your right hand this time in T arm or in V arm or in cactus arm. See what works best for you today. Starting to make a connection with Mother Earth and surrendering every muscle onto the ground, preparing for a final resting position. Very slowly pull the belly button towards you. Bring your knees back to the center. Place your hands on top of your kneecaps and draw circles. And reverse. Flat feet down to the ground. One last bridge position before we close. Rest your palms next to the body. Keep your legs hip width apart. Your thighs are not touching each other. Inhale, start to release your lower back off. Your mid back. And lift your belly button up. Squeeze your glutes. Lift it a little higher. And now gently start to reverse. Shoulder blades down. Mid back. Lower back. And your tailbone. Gently extend your legs. Reach your hands over your head. Let's point our fingers and toes in the opposite direction. Give a good stretch to the body. Waking up every single cell of the body. And release. Separate your hands out. Separate your legs out. Find a good comfortable position to relax your body. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Let's take a couple of very slow, deep, long breaths in and out. Acknowledging the working of each and every single muscle. Extending gratitude to our body. Very slowly take your time, bend both your knees and turn your body to the right side. And take the support of your hands and make your way up into a seated position with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to the heart center with the thumb touching the heart center. If you wish to make a small prayer for your loved ones in the world around you, you may do that at this time. Very slowly, let's begin to open our eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and coming up to eye level. Let's all take a bow together and say Namaste. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining the session today. I will see you all next Tuesday. Thank you.